All right. Well, for those of you that are still here, I'm Adam Beasley, and super flattered to have Sherry Hoger ask me to come out and talk about songwriting and go over some songs. And I am also happy she considers me a good songwriter, but for me, it's always a work in progress. So hopefully everybody kind of got something out of today, and hopefully you continue to. So, all right, I'm going to do a song here that I actually was inspired by a guy who's coming to the Green Room on Thursday. His name's Willie T. Taylor, and I went down and saw him in Sacramento maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I came home that night and just ended up writing a song. And I really found when I don't feel inspired with music, I'll go see live music, or I'll watch a music documentary, as nerdy as that is, just nerd out on that. And it kind of gets me back into that feeling of being able to create something, and inspires me a little bit. So this is one that's kind of inspired by him. This song's called I Think That This Might Be Good Night. Thought I was making my fortune, swore this would be the last time. Thought I could get out before someone got hurt, 'cause those people sent shivers down my spine. Thought I could set myself up real well, one big final score. But things went south real damn quick. Now I'm gut shot, dying on the floor. Dropped me off at a motel room. He swore he was my friend. Said I can't feel my body. He said I'll be right back again. Thinking about sweet Savannah, how she told me just to stay home. I don't want to tell her that I messed up this bad, but I just can't do this alone. I don't think this is heaven, and I can't see a light. Things always look different in the morning, but I think that this might be good night. Yes, I think that this might be. Yeah. Nobody knows just where we go, where our souls end up. I never thought that my last drink would be water from a motel paper cup. What they gonna tell my mama that her boy went out this way? I always figured that I could turn it around. I didn't know that this would be the day. And I don't think this is heaven, and I can't see a light. Things always look different in the morning, but I think that this might be good night. Yes, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, I honestly don't know. I went and saw some kind of old-timey performers, came home, and yeah, it just kind of came through in the next few days. For me, I always find that songs that come out quickly are usually the best ones. But I watched a TED Talk once on songwriting, right, whatever that's worth, and the guy said, hey, you know, you really aren't going to run a marathon if you aren't in good shape. You're not going to jump off the couch and, you know, run 26 miles. So he said, you have to stay in songwriting shape. So write lots of songs, lots of bad songs, try to complete songs, and then good ones fall out because you're in that songwriting mode. And that made good sense to me. I know it's not everyone's process, but that made sense. And I think at that time I was kind of trying to write a lot of songs, or writing a lot of bad songs. You know, it's one or the other.
So just out of curiosity, because
I don't throw them away. So that's another great point. If you, not that I really know anything, but I know there's songs that have gotten a lot better when I revisit them. So yeah, maybe the better idea, for me at least, is to go back with an objective ear and kind of say, hey, what doesn't work? What doesn't add to this song? You know, you probably heard this old adage, serve the song. Well, there's definitely things in my own writing and recording where I've looked back and said, you know, that part doesn't really serve the song. It's just kind of there, you know. And if you hear the magic of something, you know, try to capture that as much as you can. Maybe even make it the chorus. At least that's been my experience. This is a song I just wrote about kind of where we all come from and different stories about where we come from. So, and I was just talking to this gentleman here about, I wrote it on a 12-string, and so it doesn't really have the same effect, but I'm going to give it my best shot. This is called We All Want to Know Where We Come From. Where we come from, even if we say that we don't. We all want to know why we do the things we do, even when we promise that we won't, that we won't. Only know half the story about the size of our nose and our ears, about a young scared adult against the world, trying to calm a little kid's fears. Because we all want to know where we come from, even if we say that we don't. We all want to know why we do the things we do, even when we promise that we won't, that we won't. You searched and you searched for your mother, but did she ever look for you? You dug until you found your father, that was sweet and was true. Because we all want to know where we come from, even if we say that we don't. We all want to know why we do the things we do, even when we promise that we won't. But sometimes life gets in the way, and if you miss your chance some sunny day, you gotta take all your time. It's gonna get to you, it's gonna get to you sometime. Wasn't broken, but it didn't work the way that it should. All the orphans covet what you had, but you say it really wasn't all that good. Because we all know where we come from, even if we say that we don't. We all want to know why we do the things we do, even if we promise that we won't, that we won't. Thanks. Still kind of working on that tune too, so if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. Go ahead. I don't think I could stop that if I tried. So I'm going to do another song here that I wrote for El Dorado County, and this was kind of the same idea. I was trying to write another song, and this song fell out. So I think if you're staying in that kind of mode where you're writing a lot, it really helps. When the rains have dried away, dust is rising in the breeze. When the warm air blows against my face, all the green fields fade without a trace. It won't be long till I am home again. When the rivers cease their rage and all the rocks begin to show, when the pale skin burns upon my face, the mountains to the east lose their last patch of snow, it won't be long until the autumn moon is rising, and soon the clouds will swell with rain. But now the skies are clear, the summer sun is shining. You know the season's here again. And when the heat just makes you crazy, and there's nowhere you can hide, summer days are long, slow, and lazy. July heat wave is rolling through the sky and falling down on me again. And it feels like summer. My face turned west toward the sun. When each day goes on forever, waiting for the summer night to come, it won't be long until the autumn moon is rising, and soon the clouds will swell with rain. But now the skies are clear, the summer sun is shining. You know the season's here again. When the rains have dried away. All right, thanks, guys. It's about El Dorado County in the summertime. And again, I think if you can find stuff to inspire you, whether it's going out to see music, whether it's nerding out on some music documentary, or just taking a walk in nature or something else that makes you kind of get out of your head and stop trying to write songs, I think that helps a lot. There's a great interview with Willie Nelson where he says whenever he wants to write a song, he takes a drive because it kind of splits his brain and takes his mind off of trying to write. So, despite all his other thoughts, Willie's got some great stuff in there. I'm going to do a song here that's silly in that it's kind of a self-help song, but I find myself kind of doing songs like that. I think I thought about this because I was thrown into teaching a psychology class. I don't know why. I don't know anything about psychology, but I have a credential that allows me to teach psychology, one of those weird anomaly things. And I kind of learned a lot with the students as I was going along. And one of them was just about the idea that multitasking is kind of a lie. You can't do anything that requires real critical thinking if you're doing anything else that requires some critical thinking. So it was a great unit on your limbic brain and what happens when we go into fight or flight. So I wrote this song that basically is about, if you're not feeling like you're okay, then you're going to have a really hard time critically thinking about anything else. So the song's called You Can't Be Right in the Head If You Ain't Right in the Heart. There's a story I gotta tell about a time when my mind wasn't well, I tried to play it cool, but it was falling apart. Another crisis comes along. You can't tell right from wrong. You get paralyzed, can't even do your part, because you can't be right in the head if you ain't right in the heart. We're hypnotized, but we can't see. We divide because we can't agree. We get swept up in our little circles and torn apart. Be alone and give and take. When you see your brother about to break, just listen to his story right from the start, because you can't be right in the head if you ain't right in the heart. Breathe and you will find you gotta breathe air into your mind. And if you heed just what they say, that you can't get right, you can't get right, you can't get right till the blood rushes back to your head. Big snow moon in the night sky, winter stars just fill your eyes. You get swept up in the heavens and torn in the dark. Now the cravings start to feel like someone out there wonders if you're real. They can't hear your thoughts, though you're light years apart, because you can't be right